Hey folks, today I'm going to show you my version of a easy weed-free garden, and anybody can do this. It's no big deal, and I understand there's all kinds of different ways to do it. You can put cardboard and pile compost and wood chips on top of it and plant in there. You can broad fork, whatever you want to do. But this is my way, and this is what I do. And look at it, you can take some stuff from it or you can take nothing from it. I think this is the easiest way, especially for a beginner garden. So if you've been watching, you know I've amended this soil. I lightly tilled it. I put some wood ash and some fertilizer, and I put some compost in it, and then I went back and I just final tilled this yesterday or the day before. I can't remember which, but this is a beautiful piece of land right here. Perfect, beautiful piece of garden land. Rich dirt. I mean, it's just beautiful looking. I don't know if there was an old barn here at one time or something, but this is through here some of our most productive soil that we use for grass. So, but we're going to use this part for garden. So this is approximately 12 by 16, and you can see how much food we're going to get out of this now. I don't think you can feed your family year-round on a site this size right here. You would need to go something bigger. If you're just starting out, this right here will good, and it will cut down on your grocery bill quite a bit. You can eat all summer. Now we will grow beans in this, and we will can them and put them up, and you'll see how many beans we put in here. You can get enough of that can in here that lasts you a good little while. So we're gonna get started. So we have approximately 2.5 acres of gardens. It's a market garden we sell out of, and we also eat out of it. But this will be our primary summer garden. But before we started selling at the farmers market, we got a garden back over here where our potato patch is, and it's probably a 1/4 acre, and we fed pretty good out of it. Now we would do, can our tomatoes, or spaghetti sauce, or chili sauce, or whole tomatoes, or tomato sauce. And then we have beans, and we grow corn back here and put it up. So we ate pretty good out of that garden. A garden that size can pretty much take care of a family of 4, almost year round, on that kind of stuff. And this garden right here, we're going to call it a kitchen garden. So this is maybe a beginner garden type, but we'll eat out of this garden a lot because it's right off the kitchen. The kitchen's right behind you. I mean, all you gotta do is come out here, you pick out whatever you want, go back in there and cook, super fresh, super good, and that's what we want here. So how are we gonna get this easy weed free? So we put down this fabric. This is a woven fabric, and this is a pretty good quality. I think I bought this at a nursery supply, but you can get this online really cheap. And just make sure you get a good ounce. This is like a 3.2. I would not go anything below a 3.2, and this will last for years and years and years. So this is the second year we use this, and we'll just lay it out here, and we're going to use the wood chips back here in the tractor. We're going to use it to hold it down, and that way when we pull it up, those wood chips we can kind of incorporate into it as a little organic matter. Now you just don't want to put straight wood chips in there because that will suck your nitrogen out. But this is called a woven fabric, and what it does is it's a woven material, and it lets the water, fertilizer, and everything go soak through it, but it suppresses the weeds. So weeds can't grow through here, but water and nutrients can get through here. Now they can't grow on top. See this crabgrass right here? So you still have to be kind of vigilant. And this right here is probably from the winter when we pulled it off and laid it over in the pile. But it will grow on top, so you kind of got to watch it a little bit, but it's not like you won't have to go through every day and weed like you would a normal garden. So I'm going to get this stretched out. I'm going to get it all put down and get it held down with the mulch, and then we'll talk about what we're going to plant. So we're going to complete this garden, except for maybe some, I don't know if I got any red cherry tomatoes, and we'll talk about that when we get to the tomato part. But we're going to lay this out and get it held down, and then we're going to do some planting. So if you're going to start now, like I started back in February on this, tilling, amending, fertilizing. So now I've really deep tilled this, like I said, and I'm going to put this fabric down. So this is the next step. good. It gets my, see that did not take very long at all, but if you start from scratch, you would have to pull it out, cut it, and cut the holes. Now I cut these holes with like a handheld little plumbing propane torch. I just went around and cut them, and it cuts it really fine. You can do that. You can cut an X with some scissors. I've done that before. I like this a lot better than that. And I've got a thing down at the high tunnel. You'll see in another video how I do that down there. So. Okay, so I took wood chips and went around the edge, and out there in the end we added a piece. We're going to put pots out there like flowers and herbs and stuff, just to try to do some natural insect prevention. So we added that. It's not got no holes or nothing. So, but anyway, I'm going to put it around the edge, and then we're going to plant, and then I'll put it on the seams after we plant. Because I don't want to compact that soil until after you get your plants in there. It don't matter that much. So, or your seeds and plants. So we're going to start, and this first row is going to be zucchini, and then we're going to do some peppers, and then we're going to do some green beans, and then we'll do some tomatoes, and we got a few peas that we're going to try, and then that ain't gonna be squash. So. Now we grow what we like, and that's the key. You grow what you eat. Don't grow something in here you ain't gonna eat. Like we ain't gonna eat kale. I don't care for it. But if you do, we put you in your garden. So I don't like kale. Stuff like kohlrabi, all these is stuff that we don't know how to cook. We're not gonna plant here. So this is gonna be stuff that we're gonna use every day. Like squash we eat. We eat far out squash. Peppers we eat. Green beans we can. Tomatoes we eat every day, and we're gonna grow different kinds of tomatoes over here, and we'll talk about that. Peas is new, so we're gonna try that, and if we have any extra spaces, we'll put something in there. At the end, zucchini, or we're gonna put zucchini here. So that's what we're gonna do. This is our kitchen garden, so that means we're gonna come out here, we're gonna eat out of it. None of this right here is for sale, or you can give it away. We might give some away, but this is primary for us. So, all right, I'm gonna get my seeds together, and I got some in the greenhouse, and we'll do our seeds and our peppers and our thing. And when we get tomatoes, we'll have to take a time out. I have to go down and we'll pick some out that we like. So let's get started. All right, this first row we're gonna put this straight neck yellow squash, and we use a multi-pick. That's about the only thing I'll grow. I have tried other stuff, and it does fine too, but I just like it better. So I'm gonna put about 3 seeds per hole, which if you was doing in another garden or out in the regular garden, would be a heel. So you would call squashes heel. We're putting 3 seeds. And the reason I didn't want to put the mulch on the seams is because I don't want to, like I said, compact this soil. You see how easy that goes in there? All right, so next row is the peppers. All right, next is bell peppers, and these are just a California Wonder. And uh-oh, come on. And we got 6 of these. And that gives us plenty of peppers for our family, more than enough. Now I'm not planting this one too deep. Peppers you just want to plant basically to where they're in the pot. So we'll keep an eye on this and we'll see if it makes a difference. I'm pretty sure it does. I've had this before. All right, next we're gonna go with green beans. All right, we're going with green beans, and these are actually from last year that I got left over. But these are a blue lake and they're a bush bean. Now in this small space here, you want to, I would recommend a bush bean instead of a pole bean. It's just a little easier, and you don't have to put trellises and stuff. It'd be easier to pick. So, and we also grow them down in we don't grow any pole beans anywhere. We went straight bush beans. So I put about 4 in, average depth, 2-3 inches. Yeah, I plant them a little bit heavier than I would down in the market garden here, just so I get that a lot of beans, for the space here. And this soil is tilled up beautifully. I can just tell by walking on it. All right, next we're going to do some tomatoes. So I've got some up here. We'll start with them first. All right, next one are our first tomato is going to be a Roma tomato, and these are kind of wieldy, but I'm going to water them after I get them in there, so I'm not that worried about it. A Roma is a sauce tomato, and we like to make a lot of sauces. And now you notice I put them in there deep. Tomato ain't going to hurt. Matter of fact, you want it deep. And I'll pick some of these first leaves off here and get it down in there. And that dirt is really loose, and you can kind of pick it around, kick it with your foot, and pack it around that plant's really good. All right, so I think I'm gonna do 2 cherry tomatoes right here. So I'm gonna go get those, and then we're gonna go down and get the slicers that go in here. So, all right, so we're gonna go 2 yellow cherry tomatoes, and I just got these out of the greenhouse. The other tomatoes will come out of the that I moved down the other day, and boy, these are beautiful. And these are a little bit small. I'm gonna put them right beside right here. But that's all right, they'll come on. And they're just that big, so they'll start coming on in a minute, in a few days. So, all right, so we're gonna ride down to the high tunnel, and we want to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slices of tomatoes, and we'll get a variety. And I'll tell you those when we get back. Okay, so we got a variety of different slicers, and I'm going to tell you what they are as we go. So the first one's going to be Grand Marshal, and that's going to be one of our main tomatoes in the high tunnel. So it's heat resistant, and but you do have to prune the bottom leaves on this one. So But we're gonna try it and see. But anyway, all these that I put in, even though they got different names, they're all basically like a big slicing tomato, like you put on a BLT or a cheeseburger or something. So, first one is a Grand Marshal. Second one is a Carolina Gold, which is a yellow slicing tomato. I really like these because they're low acid, because once they start coming in, I eat a lot of tomatoes and I kind of flounder on them. Then I go to these, kind of get that acid off my stomach. This is a Carolina Gold. It's a big yellow slicer. This one is a Celebrity Plus, which is an improved celebrity. It's they classify it as a determinant. It's kind of a semi-determinant, but it gives you those big old-timey flavors. I love this one too. So, like I said, we're growing what we like to eat. So this is a Celebrity Plus, big old slicer here. Okay, our next row, and we're only going to put 2 in here, then we're going to do some peas. The first one is a Jolene. This is another slicer. It's one that's recommended by my area UT Ag Extension Office. And matter of fact, all these are. And everything I grow here, I've done the research, or they've done the research. I've just read the articles for my area. So that's something to keep in mind. Wherever you are, you can find out which ones are best for your area. But this is a Jolene, and it's a big slicer. It's the first time we've grown this. And the last one, the last one is a Black Beauty, and I got these free from Baker's Creek. They came up beautiful. This is a beautiful plant. So it's kind of like it's called a Black Beauty, but I would suspect it's going to be kind of like a Cherokee Purple. This is an heirloom determinant, I believe. And so we're going to just try it up here and see. Something new, and it says plant May to June, so it's almost the 1st of May, and we're just going to do 2 hills of these and try them out. And the last row is going to be zucchini. Now, if you notice, I put my squash and zucchini on the end because they spread out. They'll spread out over the grass instead of over in the garden. So that's why I put those at the end. And this is a garden spineless. It's a hybrid. And we kind of have a little problem with zucchini, so this is supposed to be one they recommend too. And we'll give it a try. Now you notice we're not growing any cucumbers here. They'll be down at the big garden. I mean, we'll have rows and rows and rows of cucumbers because I like to pickle. I like pickles. I like to relish, so we'll make pickles and relish and dill pickles, hot pickles, pickle spears, kosher pickles, pickle relish, and we use it in something else we make. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm rambling, so we're gonna go zucchini, and I'm just doing 2 seeds per hill. You could do 3, but you're gonna get a big old bushy plant if you do that in a compact space. And that's it. So I mean, I think real time to do what we've got to this point today has been about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So the only thing I gotta do now is water these tomatoes, and peppers I watered before. You can see they're drooping, so seeds I let Mother Nature take care of those. And I'll start fertilizing, and I'll come back and show you when to fertilize. I don't want to put no fertilizer on them right now, so I don't think it'd do much good. You want, especially a live plant like we put in here, you want that to maybe about a week take root. Send some roots out, so then we'll hit them with fertilizer. And of course, now I've already got fertilizer in here, if you remember. I've got a lot of potash, and then I put some organic, I think it was 4-6-5. And now I didn't put any calcium up here. because I didn't think I needed it. That organic fertilizer I used got 8% calcium. But when everything comes up, we'll hit it with some fertilizer, and I'll show you what kind of fertilizer I'm using up here. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to put a little mulch on the rows, between the rows there where the seams are. You don't need to see that, it's kind of boring. But first thing, I'm going to water this in, those plants in, and that's pretty important to keep them watered. And it's best to water in the morning, and it's before lunch. So I'm gonna get these watered in, and I might water them again this evening too. So, just watch your plants, they'll tell you what they need. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching. I hope you see how easy this was. So we got about an hour and 15 minutes in it, and you're pretty much done for the year. You might have to water, like I said, and fertilizer, and then we'll start harvesting. And you talk about easy, so you can keep up with this through the year. I'm gonna do a series. This is a series I'm doing. Easy garden, my take on easy garden, and like I said, there's, I don't know, maybe a million different ways. So you look at this, if it's just something here you like, you use that, modify it. I mean, this is what I've done. I modified it. I mean, we started out doing some crazy stuff we tried, and this was a long time before YouTube, to keep the weeds down, and none of it worked and made it harder. And so we've kind of tried this, and it works really good, and you'll see how we go as the year goes through. Now, you might have some weeds come up where the holes are, and that's all right. I mean, you just pull them out a little bit. It's not like now if you plant this without this fabric down, first rain come, it'd be more weeds than it would. You wouldn't be able to tell what's what. And that's why I say this is an easy man's garden. Easy, not lazy. I don't like that term lazy, because I mean, we all got 40-hour-a-week jobs. We don't have time to spend out here. I mean, if you get up 7 o'clock in the morning, come out here and work when it's 100 degrees before it gets hot, that's fine. But I don't have that luxury, and most people don't. And most people want to eat well. So this right here will get you eating well for the summer and into the fall, and with minimum work, really minimum expense. Once you buy the fabric, you could buy a 100-foot roll of this fabric for shipping and everything for $40, and this will last you for, I don't even know. I mean, I've got some that we're going to use down in the garden that's probably 6 to 7 years old, and it's still good. So it's good for the environment. You're not throwing stuff away, you're reusing it. So that's what I like about it. So anyway, so I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. You can send me an email. We do a live Monday night at 7:30. You can tune in there and ask questions. We talk about gardening and just about anything you want to talk about, and we'll be live, so real time, live. Appreciate everyone watching. Hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm in the next video.